So welcome everyone, my name is Carol and I'm going to bring to you a 30-minute Vinyasa practice that is mainly aimed at moving your body, helping to de-stress the mind. So we're going to begin seated, and when we're seated, it's important that we maintain the lumbar curve of our spine. So if you're sitting on the floor and you notice that your knees are up here, your lower back is rounded, and that's not a good place to begin your practice. You won't be able to breathe properly, and the muscles around the hips and lower back are being strained. So we raise our seat. It doesn't have to be a block, it could be a cushion, it could be a book, but anything that's going to allow the weight of the legs to drop down so the spine can rise up. So getting yourself into that position, that sense of drawing your weight over your sitting bones, lengthening up through the spine, just allowing your palms to rest where they're comfortable. Now you can close your eyes and keep them open, whatever feels right for you. And we'll start to bring our attention to the breath. So we're breathing in and out through the nose, slowly and mindfully. And the breath is comfortable, it's doable. It's not forced or strained. And the breath in our yoga practice brings the mind to the present moment. So whenever you notice that your mind has wandered, and thinking about this or pondering about that, come back to the breath so that there's 30 minutes as a chance for you to let go of all your stuff and just focus on moving the body and noticing the movement of the breath. And that in itself will help you to de-stress tension in your physical body, tension in your mind. A reminder that whatever you do shouldn't feel forced or strained. So just come into a place that feels right for you. So we're sitting tall, we're starting to let go of our day, our morning, and we're coming into the breath. Let's just take 3 more breaths. So this will be quite a quick, condensed practice. And we'll give you the feel of a Vinyasa practice. And then we'll open the eyes and make our way to all fours, where we spread the fingers and place the hands below the shoulders. And we separate the knees below the hips and we press down into the feet and the hands. And on an inhale, you turn your tailbone up towards the sky, slowly drawing the chest forward and lifting the crown of the head. And as you exhale, send the tailbone down, a sense of scooping the belly as the chin comes to notch to the front. Moving with your breath, inhale to lift tailbone and crown of head. Exhale to send them downwards. And this is a really beautiful way to connect your breath to your movement and limber the spine. And then we'll just do one more of those. One more breath in and one more breath out. If you find it difficult to attach the movement to the breath, don't worry, just breathe and move. Then come to what you might call a flat back as you take your hands a little bit wider. And on an inhale, we'll sweep the right palm up towards the sky, rolling the chest open. And as you exhale, reach underneath your chest all the way up to the left. Inhale as you rise, and if you can, follow your thumb with your gaze without cranking your neck. So there's a sense of fluidity in your movement and your breath. When you start to notice, what are these movements bringing your attention to? Perhaps there's some areas that are stiff or tight. Can you be kind to those areas? With your next breath in, let the right palm rise up. And as you exhale, bring it back to your left. And we'll go to the other side, so the hips are high over the knees. Inhale, sweep the left palm up, lift away from your right palm. Exhale as you reach under, stretch into the chest and encourage the twist. Inhale, roll open. Exhale as we sweep under. 2 more times. And it's really at the speed of your breath. So you might breathe slower than me, you might breathe faster than me. Just feel what's right for you. Last time to reach under. And then on an inhale, reach the left palm up. And as we exhale, let's return. Keeping your hips high over your knees, walk your hands forward and wide. Press down into the palms so the shoulder joints are quite supported. And then start to release your chest and head towards the floor. Now some of us, the head will rest to the floor comfortably.
Others, that's going to cause the shoulders not to be happy. So you might use what you used earlier to rest your head on, so that the arms can stay strong. And your focus is releasing the mid-upper back between your shoulder blades. So with a breath in, you'll fill your lungs. And with a breath out, a sense of melting the space between the shoulder blades, letting go of the tension that we often hold in that mid-upper back. Which can affect what's happening in the shoulders, what's happening in your neck and your jaw. And as you press down into your palms, on an inhale, let's rise up. And begin to walk your hands back. We're going to continue to walk them all the way back, tucking the toes under. Let the feet come flat to the floor. Generously bend your knees with your chin towards your chest. With gentle firmness in your belly, press into your feet as you slowly roll up through your spine. You might like to keep your knees bent until you come past your waistline just to protect your lower back. From there, come to the front of your mat and we'll move into 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar. Wonderful way to move and warm the body. Grounded through your feet, tall through your spine, energize through your fingertips. With a breath in, circle the palms up, and I'd love you to send your tailbone down as your heart lifts. As you breathe out, fold forward. If you're tied around your hips, perhaps rest your forearms to your thighs. Otherwise, we press the fingertips into the floor, and we let the head hang so the neck is long. Inhale to a halfway lift, bring the hands to the chest, and as you lift your chest, straighten your arms and straighten your spine. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor and step back to a plank position. Here's where you want to choose wisely. You're on your knees or your toes. Where can you keep your belly and chest lifted so that as you lower to the floor, there's no sense of sagging through your lower back or neck. Ground your pelvis and your feet, and on an inhale, lift the heart, lengthening out of your lower back. It's called cobra. Exhale, lower back to the floor. Strong in your abdomen. Push through your hands and knees, rise up through your plank, and we make our way to our down face dog. Love you to begin with your knees well bent, so that you can focus on pressing down into the hands and shifting some weight back into the legs. Keep drawing long through your spine as the hips rise and the heels draw down. And find a steady breath. Take a breath in and bend your knees like you're crouching into your dog. And as you breathe out, look to the front of your mat, and you can walk, step or jump lightly. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins as we elongate the spine, unhunching the shoulders. Exhale to fold in half. Press firmly into your feet and rise up by reaching out through your fingertips, circling the arms, and coming back to our center. So let the breath lead the way. Inhale, send tailbone down, lift crown, head, heart. Exhale, fold forward, 2 halves meet. Inhale, halfway lift. Elongate the spine as you broaden your collarbones. Exhale as you step back to your plank. And from your knees or your toes, lower to the floor without sagging through your middle. Inhale, rise into cobra, lengthening the sides of the body as the shoulders move away from the ears. Exhale with a strong center, lift through your plank and arrive in your down face dog. If you notice that your wrists are heavy, take a little bit more weight into your thumbs and fingers. As you open your sitting bones towards the sky, challenge yourself to draw the heels towards the floor, but know that many of us, the heels will never touch the floor, simply because the structure of our joints. Take a breath in to prepare, perhaps sitting into that crouching position, and as you breathe out, walk, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, scoop the belly in as you draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale to fold in half. Find a stretch in the backs of the legs that's not too much or too little. And on an inhale, rise up, reaching out through the fingertips. Coming back, just as we have one more round, building heat, awakening the whole body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in half. Let your belly come towards your thighs. You may need to bend your knees more. Inhale, halfway lift. Stretch the crown of the head forward as you reach the hips back. Exhale, step back to your plank. And if you notice that you sag through your lower back or your neck, please work from the knees, because that will strengthen your core much quicker, much more effectively. Inhale, rise into your cobra, almost a sense of dragging your palms back and your heart forward. Exhale, strong as you push the earth away to arrive in your down face dog. And it's in the stillness of the poses that often the mind will wander. So when you notice, bring your attention back to your breath. So you stay really present in your body. So that for these 30 minutes, you're letting go, focusing inwards, opening, strengthening, releasing. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you walk, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Draw the chest forward, send the hips back. Exhale, fold over your legs. Let the back of the neck be long. Inhale, root down and feel the support that gives you as you reach out and rise up, circling the palms. Let's come now to Warrior Two. Keeping your left foot where it is, take a large step back with your right foot and let it turn in just a little. Start to lunge into your front leg, and this front leg is turning out. Raise the arms, reaching from fingertip to fingertip, and we send our gaze beyond the middle finger. Checking in, feel grounded through your feet without gripping your toes. Strong and powerful in your legs, challenging yourself to move towards 90 degrees. Upright through your spine, so for many of us, we'll send the tailbone down a little more to create more core contraction, but also more space in your lower back. As you reach out through your fingertips, draw back into your center, so let the arms draw into the heart space as the fingertips reach out. One more breath in, building strength and stamina. Steady breath out. Trikonasana, triangle pose. On an inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, firm your thighs and your belly. Keeping your legs straight and strong, reach off to the side and let your bottom arm reach down as the top arm reaches up. If you notice that you start to collapse, you may need to rise up a little higher. Keep your spine long. Start to open your wings so that as your front ribs draw in, your shoulder, your top shoulder rolls back. Here you can gaze down towards your left thumb. You can gaze in the direction of your chest, while keeping the chin softly drawing in a little so you don't strain the neck. Gaze to your top thumb. And what you're searching for is a sense of steadiness in your physical body, in your mind, and your breath. Let's turn our gaze to the left thumb, and on an inhale, bend the knee. Let the arms rise up, and exhale as we release. Warrior Two to the other side of your mat. Let your left toes turn in, and your right toes come forward. Inhale, raise the arms, reach from fingertip to fingertip. Exhale, settle the front knee over the ankle. Rooting down through your feet. Strong, powerful legs as this front knee turns outwards. Upright spine with a steady gaze. It's a sense of being firm but not rigid. For each yoga pose is a combination of skill, of awareness, patience, and exploring. How are you feeling in this pose? What are you being challenged? Where are you being challenged? How can you stay calm with your breath? Trikonasana, triangle pose. On an inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, firm your thighs. Let's reach in the direction of those front toes. And you can't reach any further without bending your spine. Stay long as you reach from fingertip to fingertip, choosing your gaze down, forward or spine. There's a sense of the front ribs drawing in as the top shoulder rolls back. Vinyasa has a sense of long lines of energy. Muscular support without becoming rigid or hard. And remember, you can come up a little higher if there's any sense of strain. straight into your body's message that something's not quite right. Turn your gaze to your right thumb. And on an inhale, bend to the right knee, let the arms rise up. And as we exhale, we'll release. Turning the toes now to the long edge of your mat. And we'll let the big toes turn in as the heels turn out. Breathe in as you sweep your palms up. Breathe out to bring your hands to your thighs and start to fold forward. You may need to bend your knees to keep your spine long, and our spine is always our priority. And for some of us, we might continue to hold the thighs, pushing into the thighs to lengthen the spine. Others will find that the shins are there to press into to lengthen the spine. Others will bring the palms to the floor between the feet. And with the hands shoulder width, as the elbows draw in towards each other, the crown of the head begins to release towards the floor. But wherever you are, let this be a pose that allows you to soften, to stay with your body and your breath. From there, bring your fingertips to the floor out in front. Heel toe your feet together. When they come to hip distance, ground them, let the head be heavy. Press into your feet and gently firm your belly. And with the chin towards the chest, slowly roll up through your spine. Feel how the feet support you as you rise up. Lovely. From there, we'll come into a balancing pose. We're going to steady our gaze. Inhale, sweep the arms up to lengthen your spine. Exhale, let your left arm come out in front like you're stopping traffic. Shift your weight into your left foot. And when you're ready, reach down and grab your right foot. Press into the floor as you lift up. Firm into center. And we bring the knees side by side to protect the knee. And it might be that you stay here. Or tip forward, kicking the foot back, reaching the palm forward. And our balance poses are here to remind us not to take ourselves too seriously. So if you fall out, that's okay, smile and go again. Kicking the foot back, reaching the palm forward. On an inhale, let's rise up. And as we exhale, release. Walking out through the feet, inhale, sweep palms up. Exhale, right palm comes in front. Stop the traffic, shift the weight into your right foot deliberately. Feel that sense of grounding and rising up and reach down to find your left foot. Bring the knees side by side. Stay or from your belly center. Kick up and back as you reach your palm forward. Steady body, focused mind, calm breath. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale as we release. Lovely, come to the long edge of your mat. And with the breath in, we'll sweep the palms up. As we breathe out, we're going to bow forward, folding forward from the hips. Bring the hands all the way to the floor, step the knees towards the floor, and come to our plank pose. So with big hands spread wide, hover the shoulders over your wrists. Lift your nose, chest and belly. Reminding you can come to the toes as long as you're not sagging through your neck or your lower back. And we'll lower to the floor to the count of 5. So you send your elbows back 5. Firm in your belly 4. Broad through your collarbones 3. 2, we're almost there. 1 and none. When you come to lie down, bring your arms out in front and sense that your legs are parallel in your distance. Ground the tops of your feet and your pubic bone. Slowly begin to slide your forearms in towards you to rise up into Sphinx pose. The closer the elbows come to the body, the deeper the compression in the lumbar spine. So you decide, does this feel right for you? Or anywhere towards stopping just short of above the shoulders, so the elbows are slightly in front. Gently pull the forearms back as the heart comes forward, and let the shoulders relax. So here we're lengthening out through the front of the body, and helping to strengthen the back of the body. And then we slowly Lie back down. As you rest your palms on top of each other, let the forehead rest on the back of the palms. And allow your body to soften, supported by your mat. From there, bring the hands beside the chest. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and with firmness in the belly. Press up through your plank and come to child's pose, with the knees and feet together. Sit back towards your heels. And you'll drape your arms down beside the body. Some of us will find the floor is there for us to rest the forehead on. Others will use that prop to rest the head, so that the true weight of the head is releasing into something, which ultimately means your neck muscles can relax, your jaw muscles can relax, all the way down through the length of the spine. Bring the palms beside the knees and slowly rise up. Come to sit with your legs out in front. Let's set our feet hip distance. Hold on to the thighs and with the breath in, grow tall. And with your breath out, engage your abdomen center, deep in the pit of your belly. And if you are taking care of your lower back, please make your way to the floor your way. Otherwise, with or without the support of your hands, can you roll towards the floor with a sense of calm control? As the head touches down, soften the chin towards the chest and bring the feet in close to the body. We'll cross right ankle over left knee, lying pigeon pose. Right knee draws wide and toes pull back. The right hand goes through the hole you've created and you hold at the back of your thighs. You can let your left leg relax. As you bring the legs towards you, notice that your weight hasn't shifted to one side. And the target area for sensation is here in the outer right hip and buttocks. So breathe into sensation. And notice that your body is responding by letting go. And you need to back off a little to allow this body to let go. Let's take one more breath in. And calm breath out, and we'll bring the left foot to the floor and swap over. Lion pigeon, cross left ankle over, pull the toes back, draw the knee wide, hand goes through the hole, then you hold at the back of your thigh as you draw the legs towards you. Mindful that we don't shift the weight over to one side. Notice that there's not tension in your neck and shoulders, and if there is, you might need to back off a little. And we keep our top knee protected by pulling the toes back. Notice your relationship with your mat. Is it even? Notice your breath. Is it calm? Slowly now bring your right foot to the floor. Return your left foot to the floor. Take the feet to the outer edges of your mat, turn the palms to face the ceiling, and let your shoulders relax. Right here. As you breathe out, let your knees drift to one side as your head turns the other. Inhale, knees rise, head rolls back to center. Exhale, knees fall to the other side when the head turns. So use this gentle passive twist, moving with the breath from side to side, to help reset the spine. Ease tension. When your knees come back to center, let them touch. Stay or extend your legs out along the floor. They can be hip distance or wider. There's a sense of the legs rolling away from each other. As you let go of any unconscious holding in your body, which might be around your shoulders or your hips. Soften the chin towards the chest. Close the eyes if that's comfortable. And allow your whole body to rest sense that the mat is supporting you. For many of us, this is the most challenging part of our practice, to stay present in the body. So I'd love you to notice your inhalation, that sense of gentle expansion. Notice your exhalation, that sense of drawing down and letting go. And can you rest between the two? When you're aware that your mind has gone to your to-do list, or telling its stories, and gently, without comment, without engaging, come back. And this is a vital part of our practice. It's with the body, it's like the save button on your computer. And where we start to encourage the nervous system to relax. The nervous system that is probably largely overworked at the moment. And the underlying stress. And then our precious world is under it now. So now you now begin to deepen your breath. And start to awaken the body by wiggling the toes and rubbing the thumbs across the fingertips. And with an inhale, take the arms above the head, stretch from your fingers to your toes like you're waking up for the second time today. Let the arms relax down beside you. Slowly bend the legs to bring the feet to the floor. And it might feel right to gently gather the knees in towards the chest. And when you're ready, roll over to one side. You could use your bottom arm to support your head and neck if that's uncomfortable for you. Pause for a moment. So we try to keep all of that sense of peace and calm with us for as long as we can. So continue to roll your chest and belly towards the floor. Use the hands to push against the floor and rise up slowly. And come into a comfortable seat. Where we begin. And as you sit tall, in a way that's comfortable for you. With your next breath in, circle the arms up above the head. Bring the palms together in yoga, it's known as Anjali Mudra. And we rest the thumbs against the chest. Gently bow the head. We bow the head to honor ourselves and others. We bring the thumbs to rest at the third eye center, the space between the eyebrows. And to ourselves and others we say, Namaste. The Namaste, very loosely translated, means the light that shines from me greets and respects the light that shines from you. Namaste, everyone.